Wish TV's Focus on Food is a commitment to improving food accessibility in the community. Hear from expert culinary contributors, health professionals, and people who are making a difference in the fight to eradicate hunger. Made possible by Indiana University Health.
All right, well, Wish TV is not only focused on family and the community, it's also focused on food. Classes for Indy kids may have ended, and while some might be feeling boundless joy, others are faced with something called summer hunger.
Yeah, summer hunger is the result of food insecure families losing access to the free breakfasts and lunches their children rely on at school throughout the year. This brings on the potential for anxiety, health issues, and sometimes even academic decline. That's where Independence Gardens comes in. It's a nonprofit that provides schools and communities access to fresh food. And joining us now is founder of Independence Gardens, Chonnie Richey. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So in 2022, the USDA reported accessing enough food increased significantly, reaching 44.2 million. What do you think the root causes for food insecurity increasing in the U.S.? Is it inflation or are there other things involved here?
So it's really a lot of factors, but what we're seeing, I always like to say summer is the hungriest season, and it's a seasonal, because we know that roughly 23 million kids in the U.S. do access the free and reduced lunch alone, and when school ends, then we know that food pantries increase, and these kids are having a hard time finding access to fresh food. We are seeing an increase in inflation across the country, and a part of that is also increase in food costs. So not only what they would typically buy at the grocery store, but fresh food. So I believe a recent story that I saw when it came out of Marion County in Indiana is there's a true increase not only to food costs in the grocery store, but farmers are having a hard time growing the food, and in that case, they're passing that on to consumers as well.
All right, so let's talk about food pantries. Why do you think it is that they may be suffering now? Do you think it's because there's an increased need or more help is needed, or why do you think that's happening?
So it's seasonal. So what happens is a lot of individuals that typically would give in food to food pantries during the year, it's summer. So it's not top of mind. They may go on vacation, but unfortunately summer hunger doesn't take a vacation. And so what we're seeing is as funding or even giving goes down to food pantries, unfortunately, access to food pantries increases during the summer. And what we're seeing is roughly there is a 40 to 45% increase in usage during the summer for food pantries. So what we always like to say is, even if you're not doing your normal giving, what we ask is, if you're at the grocery store, a lot of food pantries are not only in need of protein, whether it's canned tuna or canned chicken or even canned vegetables, that's something that you can just pick up and drop off at the food pantries as well. At Independence Gardens, we have a program that we like to call our Hydro Tower programs, where we partner with schools on a year-round way to grow food, whether it's a school or we partner with municipalities to transfer those hydro towers in a public setting so families and children have access to fresh food year-round.
How do you guys figure out where that's going to go? What's that process look like in going, okay, this community needs help, this community maybe doesn't right now? How do you manage that?
So what we've done is we have actually targeted schools that have a high percentage of usage for free and reduced lunch. For example, in one of our schools, they have a 98% usage for that. And in that, so what we've done was we knew that there was going to be a need during the summer, and we reached out to our local city and local municipality and identified a location within a 20-mile range of the school itself. So we are working on a project called iGreenify, where we're working on food urbanscapes, and that includes really identifying places within the city closer to schools that need it, and those are typically what we like to say Title I schools, and they will have access to fresh food regardless of where they live.
Well, it's certainly an amazing program, and we are so thankful for the work you guys are doing to help end summer hunger.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys would like to learn more at home, you can head to allindiana.tv. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
This is the Wish TV Focus on Food podcast, made possible by Indiana University Health. Find more on the Focus on Food website by visiting wishtv.com/food and watch the ongoing coverage on Wish TV.